How you doing? I'm Coach Eric, and I just wanted to say, congratulations! I hear you're in a slump. I know what you're thinking. What is this crazy guy congratulating you for? I'm in a slump. Well, here's the thing. Being in a slump is not a bad thing. It's not a good thing, but what it tells me is you used to play up here. You have the skill to play up here. You were throwing a lot of strikes and having a lot of success. But right now, you're down here. That means you're struggling. That means you're in a slump. If you've always played down here, that's not a slump, is it? No. So take a breath, step back for a moment, and be like, okay, I got this. Because I know I can perform up here. I know I throw strikes. I'm just doing this right now. So how do we get back there? How do we get back to throwing strikes? Well, it's not as easy as you want it to be. I know what's going on in your head. I've been there. You've got coach yelling, just throw strikes, just throw strikes. As if you don't already know your job's to throw strikes, as if you don't want to throw strikes. And then you're looking around your teammates. You're looking around your teammates and you're struggling. You're like, oh man, I'm letting them down. I'm letting them all down. But you're not letting them down. You're playing baseball, and it's a hard game. And there's a lot of failure in baseball. But failure is a growth point. What about mom in the stands? Oh, there's so much stress when it comes to your parents. It's not because they don't love you. They love you so much that they can't help but emote the frustrations they're feeling on your behalf. They're not disappointed in you. They're feeling bad because they know that you're struggling and they just want everything to be great for you. But that's not going to help you. Just throwing strikes isn't going to help you. Feeling the weight of the world on you isn't going to help you. So what will? Well, the first thing you got to do is learn how to step back. I know that sounds crazy because what you really want to do is go again and again and again. You want to work harder. You want to practice harder. But what I want you to do is learn to step back. So you're going to learn how to take one good breath. With one good breath, you breathe in through your nose in a very slow, controlled manner and out through your mouth in a very slow, controlled manner so that you can get control of your moment. So it's like this. Slow and controlled. When you can control your breath, you can control your body. When you can control your body, you improve the odds that you're going to control your pitch. There's no guarantees in baseball, but it's a step in the right direction. Okay, so now what do? You've gotten the breath. You've gotten control of yourself. You've stepped back up on the rubber, but you still got to throw the ball, right? Well, the first thing you have to do is find a target. You don't want to look at the batter. You don't want to look at the umpire. And I know every coach you've ever had has told you to look at the glove, but the glove moves around. The glove goes down. The glove comes up. What I want you to do is pick a spot on the catcher. Now, if I was there with you and I could see your catcher's equipment, I could tell you what spot to pick. If they're using All-Star equipment, they have that little All-Star logo right here. If they've got a Nike equipment, they've got a little check here. I don't know what they're using. So look right here. Find the chin on their catcher's mask and focus on that. Nothing else. Nothing else is there. You got to hear coach. You got to hear mom and dad or uncle and aunt or grandma and grandpa or your friends or the teammates behind you. Hear them. But all of that is noise. And with noise, we can ignore that. So you take in the important stuff, you block out the noise, you focus on the only thing that matters. That's the chin of your catcher. That's it. Nothing else matters. And you throw the ball. You throw the ball. Now, once that ball leaves your hand, you have no control over whether it's a ball or a strike. You have all the control up to that moment. And as soon as it leaves your hand, you have no control. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Coach Eric, of course I have control. I threw the ball. So you're not going to call ball or strike. The umpire is. You're not going to decide whether or not you swing or not. The batter is. You could bounce the ball halfway to home plate, and that batter could decide to swing at it anyway, and it's still a strike. You don't have control of that. The only thing you have control of is letting go of the ball. And once you've let go of that ball, the best thing you can do is become a defender. Because that's most likely the next thing that's going to happen if they swing at it. Now, maybe they don't, and it gets to the catcher and he sends it back to you. Maybe it was a ball and you're still feeling the pressure and you need one more thing. Please, Coach Eric, tell me, what's something else I can do? Well, the next thing you can do is you can find an anchor point. Now, I love as a pitcher for the seam of the baseball to be my anchor point. When all else has failed, I step back off that rubber, I take my deep breath, I find my spot on the catcher, and then I rub the seam of the ball. And I'll say 1 seam, 2 seam, 3 seam, 4. So I just rub the seam of that ball. Why? Because I'm getting ready to throw a 4-seam fastball. And I'm finding myself connected to that ball because that ball is part of me until I give it to the catcher. So, that was a lot of information in a very short period of time. But my man, what I can tell you is you got this. Baseball is really, really, really hard. You're going to fail. You're going to fall down. You're going to throw balls. But once you've let that ball go, that's out of your control. And all you can do is wait till the ball comes back to you and do it again. Let it rip. Don't worry about the results. Don't try to control what you can't control. It's you, your breathing, your ball, and your throw.